going on? Don't know.
Alright, hello everyone, once again. Toby and Davey here. We got disconnected for a second, but we're back.
Yeah, I don't know what's up with that.
Well, I tried to do something in OBS, and OBS didn't like that, so it stopped our stream. So, that was a no-go. It didn't like that too much. But welcome to the 30th episode of A Drink and a Joint. The Dirty 30.
Putting them down.
Disgusting 30. Mop bucket water 30.
That's coming up on us, bro.
I hate it. I hate it.
30 judge, 3 years, something like that.
3 years for me, almost just
Over
over 2 for you. Yeesh. Uh-oh. What are we doing? That's really going to lead into our big topic of the day.
Yeah.
And so that's going to be exciting.
Yeah, tell me something about something, Dave. What you been doing?
What have I been doing? We've been working every day together.
Oh, yeah.
We've been doing that every day. Sorry we missed last week, guys. We went to a gun show, and that was nice.
Also brings us to our topic today.
One of them, yeah. Getting into guns a little bit, which is weird, which you wouldn't think. Maybe looking at us, you wouldn't think maybe that we are gun folk.
Well, Dave did not used to be gun folk. Even like a
It's
year
true.
ago. Even like a year ago, I remember I feel like that was when I got my gun, and you were like, ugh. When you saw it and just like...
They do make me a little nervous. Has
Yeah.
it been a year that you've had your gun?
Something about that.
Okay.
But I just remember, yeah, and the whole thing, you're like, okay, I guess you got a gun.
Well, it's
And
like...
part of that is because of me, I'm sure, but part of it is just being around, like, you didn't see your friends as being like...
people with guns.
That type of people,
Right.
yeah.
Especially like when I don't see you hunt very often.
No, I haven't hunted since I was a kid. But I
but
love
I
guns.
totally understand.
I love
that
guns
it
for a
is-
sport aspect, for one, you know? That's where it starts for
Well,
me.
first of all, I think they're badass. I think they're sexy.
They're badass.
They're sexy.
Yeah.
It's like another dick
Yeah.
with smaller metal
Yeah,
dicks
you can hold
inside
both
of it.
your dicks.
Yeah.
And shoot little dicks at other dicks.
Yeah. Killing dicks.
Now, yeah, you don't want to be the dick killer, but it all comes in time.
Right. But I've come to enjoy them. I've come to like them. I haven't shot since I was a kid. Like I've shot like 22s and a couple shotguns and a few
shotguns are
pistols
fun.
when I was younger.
22s are nice to shoot. Nice
But
and easy.
what is your gun?
I have a Ruger 40. It's a SRC 40.
Okay.
It's nice. I love the kick to it. It pushes you back a little bit. It's a bit much for someone smaller than me.
Right.
I'd say.
Yeah.
But so you're looking at the 9.
I put money
The-
down on a Ruger 9E.
Yeah. And see, that's going to be a lot easier to learn to shoot. Just because but it still gives you a little push to it.
Oh yeah,
you
I've
know?
watched a bunch of videos of guys shooting it, and it still
Yeah.
gives you that
Still
like
gives you push. But it's easier to keep your eyes open through
Yeah.
and shit like that. Because it's not enough to really jolt you out of
Right.
throw off your shot. So I feel like it's going to be...
well,
a
and
great one to
and like it's
practice
really easy to group shots together with it. It,
Yeah.
it seems. Well, it all depends on the person shooting, but I was a pretty good shot. I'm a pretty good shot with. Oh, thank you. What is
today-
this?
On Drinking Joint, we got some...
Hutton and Smith, the
Hutton and
good
Smith.
shift.
And yeah, they're made in Tennessee somewhere, and the good
Chattanooga.
shits-
They're made in Chattanooga, Tennessee.
the good shits seems
Ah.
pretty good.
If you can get it. It's good.
Yeah. And we're smoking some lemon haze. I
Did you
got
know
some
that
lemon
Samuel L.
haze.
Jackson is from Chattanooga, Tennessee?
This might be his beer.
Hmm.
Who knows? Sam Jack is full of mysteries,
He is an enigma.
and we love him. Let me see your light. Or no,
Gladly, good sir.
I found one.
Oh,
In
well,
my pocket.
so I'm really excited about it, and it's fun too that I'm getting my wife into them as well.
Yeah.
She kind of is the one that said that we could get guns, basically. 'Cause yeah, man, when you grow up, not like, because my dad had a couple guns, but he never really taught us like how to handle them or be respectful of them or anything like that. So the only time I had seen, I've had a couple guns pulled on me, had a couple guns put in my face. So
and
that's never fun.
I think it made it easier. The times I've gotten guns pulled in my face,
Yeah.
I've been very calm. I didn't give up what was in my pockets, which was why I've gotten pistol whipped before. But it taught me that like most people aren't gonna shoot you, and the psychos that do, you can tell right away.
Yeah.
And it generally made me a lot calmer around guns, just because I grew up with them. So when it got pulled on me, even though it was so negative, and of course my heart was beating fast, but I was able to wrangle that and not become a bitch because I had been around them. I feel like that was a main factor, is like introducing them, not a kid, but just being around it, not handing them one, just allowing them to be around it when they get older, allowing them to shoot, just so they're not as afraid. Because most people, if they've never been around them, get pulled, they're just like, it takes them over.
Well, I did martial arts for so long, so I know I know what it's like to have that kind of like defensive muscle memory, and I really want to get that down with the gun. I want like my draw to be really fast and fluid into like a the middle shot, so everything's just like straight down, like you're shooting where you're looking, like, and that's the same thing of like driving a fucking car. You go where you look, so the bullets go where you look.
They have those. I don't know if they have the real. I don't know if one in town that actually does the moving target ones. They have one of Hickson. I think it may be Carter's there, that they do the laser one where the heads pop up.
Oh,
and
shit!
It's moving, but it's with a real feeling gun, but it's with a laser. So there's too much liability when you're moving, and stupid people shooting too far right or left, and it just too much liability, I think. But they have those outdoor ones I want to go to, the pop-up targets. Yeah. And you hop around and ding them back down.
Yeah, I'd like to do that.
Yeah, that would be cool.
They sell those at Walmart. Those ding targets.
The pop-up?
Yeah.
Oh, I know one. Yeah.
Metal targets.
I would like to. But yeah, I'm excited to get back into it, because it was when I was a kid. It's just, I hadn't really had a house like long enough to have a weapon on me or anything. But
well, this lady at a gun shop we went to has got my wife convinced. And my wife, who is like 5'1.5" and weighs like 105 pounds, soaking wet. Like,
that was always a gross term to me.
Soaking wet. Yeah. But it illustrates the point pretty well, don't you think? I guess, but it's so gross. But this woman convinced my wife that she's gonna get a 9mm, which is what I'm gonna be shooting, and they have a little bit of a kick. But so I'm, I don't know what that's gonna do to her. Yeah,
it's not gonna be easy for her to get her aim down, for sure. Just one, the kick and the weight of it on top of just the. Well, they're not the most expensive rounds. They're one of the most mass-produced, actually. So if you can go to a show or something like that.
I saw earlier that we can get them, like, we can get 1,000 rounds for like $150.
Like our friend was saying, they're most massively produced because of the police,
law enforcement,
and just because it's one of the most popular guns. But yeah, so I feel like you're always gonna be able to get ammo for those, which that's just 40s and 45s are gonna be like one of the first ones to go in the apocalypse, because everyone's gonna use them first. They have a little more power, and then they're gonna run out, and there's not gonna be the influx of
but there's just like an almost an infinite amount of 9mm and 22s.
Yeah, never run out of those.
You could shoot every person and still have all the bullets.
Yeah,
and that's crazy. But again, like, I understand why people are afraid of guns. I understand why, like, because they don't.
I do want to talk about that and like bring up that side, because I think it's a valid argument.
Absolutely, because not every person should have a gun.
That's the first thing. People that see that's where it gets difficult though, because just asking that question, then who should have a gun?
Anybody who can respect it.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard, but yes, that's easy. It's easy to say, but it's hard to test for that.
Oh, I understand that.
Yeah. So getting to the testing portion, like, how would we? So let's off the bat say who we don't want to have a gun. Okay, people that have committed violent acts, murderous thing. If they've killed someone before, that one's easy, right?
Or if they, if they unjustly shot someone.
But I will say that there should be some form of second chances for felons. Some people get involved in violence and gang activities young and grow out of it. Become a family man later.
But still want to go out and shoot at a range.
Still want to shoot and still want to have one in their house. Like, there should be like a 22 only limit, and you work your way back up to a regular or something.
Like in Call of Duty, you could work your way up through calibers.
Like, as you've had this years of good behavior and stuff like that, with a gun, with a small caliber, I think you should be able to work yourself back up. And if you do it twice, man, and both of them are violent, and it's not justified, I mean, shit, come on. It's like, dude, you fucking up. Then I would at least see a good argument. Because I don't know, though. I don't know. It's hard to say where the line is, because it seems like there's a line at one murder or there's a line at none. It's hard to say that, like, give someone 2 murders.
Yeah.
It's like,
just let them kill twice, and it'll be all right.
But I also believe that people can turn around. So I don't know. Maybe give them something tactical, like some rubber bullet guns. They can have shit like that, of course, but they can have tasers. There's other options for felons, but I guess that's kind of, I don't know. It's hard to say. It's really hard to pick a side there. But the entire issue, because, I mean,
there are definitely, I think anyone who has committed a violent crime, no, you just shouldn't have a gun. You just probably shouldn't have a gun.
You get too mad sometimes.
Well, that and, if it comes down to a life or death situation where you should have had a gun and you don't have one because you committed a violent act, that's kind of just, you just get
karma,
that.
You're saying
yeah,
that's like,
well, I mean, that's...
They get shot, they get something done to them.
Because in this world where that, I mean, but anyways.
But again, I know that person, but that person say they've done their time and, like, they've been good, and they're attacking a different man now, just like they did. You're right. They attacked a person, say, that didn't deserve it. But I don't know. That's a really hard thing to say.
Well, I mean, I guess it is a case-by-case basis.
Yeah. People do turn around, so I don't know.
But, we don't have felonies, so we're allowed to have guns.
Yeah.
Cool. But I know that people are, I mean, I don't want to say that I was afraid of guns. I was uneasy about them. Yeah. Just because, like, I hadn't held one in a really long time, and just, like, watching people, like, just, like, drop the mag and then unchamber and clear it. It's just like they do it so fast and, like, so fluid, and it's just like, oh my god.
They could kill me real quick.
Yeah, real fast.
Well, that's, it's really just about the person then, right? It's because, like, I trust some people.
And there are people I don't.
Yeah. I mean, not naming names, there's definitely a few friends that I would not want to see with a gun. Yeah. And there's a few that are totally reasonable enough and together enough to be able to own a weapon.
Well, you've got one, which,
see, why do you think that's crazy?
Oh, it was just something that I didn't think that you'd do.
Oh.
I just didn't see that coming, really.
Yeah.
But,
I want to collect them, for sure.
I'm definitely going to have more than one. I'm
arsenal. For real.
We're going to have, just a little militia bunker.
Yeah. Who knows? There's always that, like, zombie whatever thing. It's like, you don't know what's going to happen. It's good to have weapons.
For sure.
And
against threats, foreign and domestic.
There you go.
As we pass the blunt,
yeah.
America.
Yeah, this
is confusing the hell out of you, isn't it?
Yeah.
Hippies loving guns.
Yeah, dude. So my next step up, I'm going into assault rifles. I'm stepping up.
I'm still in the pistol game. I want to have a few pistols.
I want to step up and get a Bushmaster or an AR, something quick. The Bushmasters are just fucking classic.
Yeah.
Just you can just pop them out. Oh, it's good. And the ARs are just, I gotta have like a pile of ARs, all different colors and sizes and attachments, and just it's a sport, man. I just like, and it's a hobby too a little bit, but I want to get into that, and I'm excited. So bring on to that. So assault rifles, that's what a lot of people is like their main thing of like, okay, I understand getting a pistol and protecting yourself. Why the fuck would you need an assault rifle for anything?
Well, realistically, it's if our government ever turns against us.
There's that, and there's multiple attackers.
Or if
that a pistol wouldn't be able to handle. That is true.
Or a shotgun, or like a regular rifle.
But that's not as accurate, and you can't really take. You know, if we're talking about like protection, you got to be able.
Machine guns don't. The machine guns don't have to be accurate because of the sheer volume of bullets you can get out.
Well, that's no. They still have to be accurate. They're finely tuned machines, you know.
Oh my god. I understand.
What kind of machine guns are you talking about? Are you talking about full auto?
Oh no, we can't have those.
Well, that's
we
debatable.
Can't legally have them.
I think that you remember you can get a permit to own them. You can take a class and get a permit to own autos. It's a tactical class.
Okay.
It's a government. I'm sure it's a all government funded thing.
Right.
They probably do psych evaluations and shit like that.
But even then, well, what do you think about
sport and stuff?
What do you think about these crazy fuckers that end up like shooting places up?
Yeah,
some of them I don't believe. Some of them I think are false flags. Think what you will. I think some of them are fake because I've seen.
Oh yeah, there's a few that we've talked about that made a little wonky. Let's say.
Right.
But overall, I don't know. When I see these people, and that's where it becomes really hard to find out, like who's gonna freak out, because a lot of those guns are legally owned that they do these massacres with, right? And
right.
So that becomes a weird thing of like who sold it to them, and what do you do when you look at someone, they don't have any violent past, but they haven't gotten to it yet. It's like,
right. Well, yeah,
you
and
can't
nothing
just
comes
look
back
at them and be like, this dude's a psycho. Like with me, you couldn't just look at me and say this dude has a fucking face tattoo. I'm not selling you a gun, or your dreads or something.
Yeah.
Something that throws them off. That later, when they played our video and we murdered people, they're like, he had a fucking face tattoo.
Yeah.
And that dude had dreads. You didn't ask any questions.
You didn't
like,
try to
why would you give
push
it to
anyway?
That's what they always say, right? Because, like, there was a guy, I think it was a Colorado dude that had, it was just like, he had tattoos and he had, like, weird colored hair, and he was just, like, had some attributes that everyone was like, you let this guy get a gun? But how do you, didn't have a violent past. How do you say that guy's different from the other guy? Other than being judgmental, without being judgmental, because you're just like, he just has weird hair.
But that's the thing, though, is that like we have, as American citizens, we have the Constitution is our rights as people here. So it tells us
everybody gets one murder. Is the legal law?
Yeah,
everyone gets away with one. You can have one, because the police aren't after you until you do it. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So legally, you're allowed to kill one person. It'll ruin the rest of your life. But everybody gets one. That is true. Isn't that fucking weird to think about? Because there's no reason for them to come and stop you until you've done it.
Right.
So that's it. Like, everybody gets a murder. That's what they've allowed for the law. And I think that's weird in itself.
Well, you can...
You can't say that they get one because they get punished, but you see what I'm saying? They don't get stopped.
You can't tell. That's
until they've done that first one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Correct.
And so everybody gets one? That's what I'm saying. What? Everybody gets one murder, and then we know you're crazy.
Okay.
You know?
Hate that. But I understand.
Because, again, how do you say, if you were the guy selling the gun and that weird dude came in, how can you be like, you know what, all this checks out, but you're just fucking weird.
Like, I can't
sell it to you. Yeah, I can't, with good conscience sell this to you.
Go somewhere else. Yeah, you can, I'm sure
but
that's happened.
Some discrimination laws against that? Like...
Well,
you can't discriminate for
some
hair
fucking
or
toothless
like
meth head comes in a little bit tweaking and is like, I'm gonna get a gun. I want to get a gun. I'd like to buy this gun.
There has to
and
be
his background check comes in clear. Technically,
but he's obviously high on meth. See, I think they have. If they're obviously on something, you can refuse them. I've seen signs up.
Okay.
There's signs up in the gun place I go to. He's like, we are able to refuse you if you look drunk, high, anything like that. So there is a law about that, but as far as just looking, like, you look fucking weird.
Yeah.
That's discrimination. You can't say that. You have to sell that dude a gun if he doesn't look obviously fucked up. You know? and has nothing in his record. And so there is a weird place of like, I don't feel good about doing this.
Well, what would you suggest to be like a vetting way, like that doesn't take too long? Because people, like, if we're gonna now, the background checks come back immediately.
Yeah.
So it's like you buy a gun that day, and you get it that day. It's not like it used to be where you had to wait for the background check to come back.
Take a week or something. Yeah. They do have waiting limits in some states, or like a week or two, or something like that. But shit, I don't know. What does that time allow for them to calm down? Say they're getting a gun, because they just got mad.
Yeah.
That means they didn't own a gun for protection, right? That's a red flag if you get a gun because you're angry.
Oh, for sure.
You know, you should get a gun and then get it. If anything, you should be angry after you've bought it for something else.
Right.
Right. And so if they're buying a gun and then they wait 2 weeks, that's at least one thing.
That
they would have already stabbed someone.
If you're mad and then buy a gun, that's premeditation.
Yeah. But again, how do you can't catch someone that's premeditating.
No, you can't.
Unless you have good solid proof of a plan.
Like, they've written it out and
But so that 2 weeks does I kind of like that a little bit, because that means someone that didn't have a gun, just got angry, can't walk in, I'm going to get this gun to murder someone, and then go back. And that gives them 2 weeks to be like, do I really want to kill this person? And if they're like, yes, then they're like, fuck waiting on a gun. I'm going to stab them.
Yeah.
And then, it's like the cycle will come out still. Like 2 weeks, they might calm down. It's like maybe it was a wife situation or something. Yeah. They calm down. Had fun with a friend one night and changed their mind, and then they still get that gun. Say they still get that gun, but now they're not impulsively buying a gun.
Right.
And see, that's something.
They're like, now I'm just gonna shoot targets. That bitch is out of the state anyways.
Yeah. Now it's like a long term, but that's only that gets rid of the few impulsive killers, right? The impulsive gun users.
Well, what about just psychos?
It's still long-term.
Psychos can keep their cool, go in, buy the gun, just like I'm getting a gun. I'm just getting a gun.
Yeah, and they haven't done anything yet, but it's part of their big plan.
Yeah.
Those are the poets of murder.
Well, should there be like a quick psyche eval?
Yeah. I mean, there's some questions. They're like, do you smoke pot? Did they make you register it?
Not. I just put money down on it. They didn't.
You didn't sign anything, or?
Mm-mm.
Oh, okay. They didn't do a background check?
I have to do that. I think.
When you pay for it?
Yeah.
What happens if you fail that? Do they give you money back?
Probably.
Yeah, that's weird, isn't it? You think they'd do that before
anything?
Yeah, but they might make their percentage if they go ahead and start it, or something.
Oh, something like that. I don't know. It's still like $10 for the background check. I don't know. I'm just excited to get it and get my fucking like shoulder holster. It's gonna be dope.
It's a weird episode.
Why is it weird?
It became weird when I mentioned that. Yeah, but
when you mentioned what?
That's like the thing they ask you a ton of times.
Oh, we don't actually smoke real weed on this program. Yeah. It's just
they know
CBD bud.
Instantly discredited. Nah, but everything's legal.
Everything's legal.
So.
Yeah. Whatever. All right.
What the hell?
What has this become?
Yeah,
what are we doing here?
Am I?
Oh, man. We just talked for 25 minutes about guns.
I guess.
But you shouldn't be scared of guns. If you're thinking about if you think you're afraid of guns, go
shoot yourself in the foot and let's see how afraid you are.
Shut up. Go to a gun store / gun range and talk to some people in there, and they'll make you feel pretty good about them.
Don't shoot yourself in the foot. That would hurt really bad.
They'll tell you as soon as you walk in that is like one of the last things you should do is shoot yourself in the foot. Now, if you're keeping someone off of you with your foot, and
you shoot through your foot, that's pretty badass.
You shoot through your foot to
that's
get
James
their
Bond,
heart.
yeah.
Because if someone threatens your life, you have the right to take theirs.
What was that movie with the knife in his hand and he like pushed his hand through the knife to take it?
I don't remember.
He pushed further into the knife.
Yeah. And then took it and then just backhand stab.
That was bad.
Bitch stab. So there's only like one scenario where you should shoot yourself in the foot.
Yeah, and it's cool then.
Yeah.
But at the same time, he'd probably bleed out if you shot a little to the left. You know, you don't have to shoot through your foot.
But take a
and
gun
there's also
course.
his face. In this scenario, this is why people are afraid of guns. Us.
Yeah.
This is why people. But no, you shouldn't be.
You should not. Nah, you just watch a couple YouTube videos of somebody handling one real well and telling you about gun safety. They're not all that bad. They're pretty.
Dude, and I have never touched any guns drunk. I've never done that in my life. Isn't that weird? That I've been around them, but I've always. That's something ingrained. My dad would beat my ass if I did that. I just know it.
Well, no, you don't do that.
I just have something. I'm scared of them then because I don't trust myself. But that's just a good safety precaution. You should be afraid if you're fucked up. I mean, unless something happens, you gotta do what you gotta do.
I just want to be. Anywhere I go, I want it to be a little bit safer if I'm there.
Davey Batman complex over here.
For sure, I've always wanted to be Batman.
I would,
but it's not like I'm looking. No,
every place becomes better when I walk in. That's like verbatim some shit he said in some comic book. I love it.
All right,
but yeah, dude, let's become tactical as fuck and like, yeah, if a robber comes in and is about to hurt some people, go pop out.
Done.
Wait for the police.
And then we probably go to jail. Yeah. Go to jail for a minute, but
yeah, I feel you.
But I'm not looking for that though. That's like the last thing you do is pull your gun.
Yeah, Dave's always wanted to be a vigilante, but I just don't think he's got it in him. No, it wasn't a threat. I was just playing. You do have it in you, but I think
that's not my particular kind of crazy. Because you do have to be insane.
Something
to live a double life. You don't sleep.
Yeah.
They don't sleep.
You have to. Well, see, why do they have to live a double life? Why can't they just fake their death
and then
not
just
live that
be
other life? Yeah.
The
fuck that other life. You're Batman.
Fuck being anything but Batman.
He still wants to go to parties and shit. He's like,
well, no, he has to keep up the facade of being a billionaire playboy philanthropist. Why can't he die? I mean, he's died quite a few times.
Someone control the business and just go full bat.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, sure. So we're going to fake our deaths and become vigilantes?
I don't know if I got time for that, but then I think about it.
But if you fake your death, you have all the time.
Okay.
But then how can you buy more?
A bunch of albums and shit.
Okay.
And then fake our deaths, rake in, use that money for vigilante purposes, save orphans.
Yeah. Save orphans from burning buildings and
that kind of shit.
And cats from
the shit that
trees.
I'm into.
Yeah, but how are you gonna buy more guns if you're technically dead?
Oh, we can. Yeah, we have. Well, first of all, the commissioner works for me.
Commissioner Gordon.
Second of all, he can get his permits, and we're on the hush. Like we help everybody. You know, we throw a little bread to everybody around.
We're like Robin Hood, Batman with guns. But see, the guns is where it gets weird. But you don't pull your gun unless you absolutely have to use it. Never pull it. If you can leave the situation, leave the situation.
No, but I mean, you shouldn't be shooting at people. But if you're a really good shot and you had to scare somebody away that was about to hurt somebody, you can just like shoot next to their foot and scare the shit, make them dance a little bit, like a cowboy. They'll run.
Isn't it below the waist is not attempted murder?
I've always heard that. That's debatable.
Yeah.
And especially depending on where you shoot and how much training you have, and like there's a lot to apply there. But in certain circumstances, yes, because it looks like you're just trying to like wing them. Mm-hmm. But even a wing could be a miss from a heart shot. Yeah. So it's like the foot or something. It's like either you're fucking terrible shot and you don't know what you're doing, or you were just trying to injure them so they didn't. Continue. But they'd have to be doing something fucking horrible. You know, they'd have to be like in the middle, like.
Well,
like
usually
mid-rate,
as soon as you pull a gun, usually they'll stop.
First off, they have to have a gun for you to shoot them. If they don't have a gun, you should just beat them up.
Right.
Like that's the kind of like like, don't bring your fist to a gunfight. Don't make it unfair.
Right.
It's kind of the rule. It's like, that's no fair. It's just simple. It's like, if he ain't got a gun, don't shoot him.
Yeah.
But if he's got a gun and he's shooting at you, you got to protect you and this person that's been raped. Or whatever.
Yeah.
In that scenario. I'm funny. It's the first time I've said that in my life, and it was a joke.
Oh.
So, there you go.
All right. Life is beautiful.
Get a gun. That's our first T-shirt. Life
Get a gun,
beautiful.
be Batman.
Oh, well, see, he used like crowd control weapons, though, right? He used the nets and, like, some rubber bullet shit, I feel like.
Now, we can get beanbag bullets or rubber bullets and just
hit everybody.
Fucking forehead shots to criminals with rubber bullets.
Yeah, dude, I mean, yeah. But if they have real guns.
Because that's not attempted murder.
But most of the time, the people we're talking about are going to have real guns, be better shots. And
do you think your general, like, thief or
gets trained to use a weapon?
Ruffian?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why wouldn't? You know, like, you don't hand someone a gun without letting them use it and showing them how. And I'd say it's common to go, target practice and shit like that.
Okay.
You know what you're doing. So I don't know. You have to have both. For the serious, it's like, this is when it's serious. This is when it's fun. Because you have fun if you're beanbagging people.
Yeah. Okay, so you've got one sidearm.
Full of loving. This is the hate.
All right. Well, 30 minutes is enough for guns, right now.
You would have used one on me, I bet, before. If you had a beanbag.
A beanbag gun? Put Toby down.
Yeah,
put Toby down for the night.
Oh, no. It's like, that's the last clothing item that he's taking off tonight. They're like,
beanbag.
Last thing is breaking. I was a big breaker. I love breaking shit and trying to fight and stuff. So, yeah, you
at like, if I could have been there at a lot of those parties where you were, I was at a lot of them, but if I had like a beanbag shotgun, just like everybody's like, what are we going to do about this wild man?
Get away from Toby!
Yeah.
Good.
Either you or
like,
Gable.
Bring me whiskey. Yeah. Pour it on. It's like not even a flesh wound. It's all bruises.
Yeah. It seeps into my skin.
Yeah. Quick, whiskey and enema.
He beanbagged the hell out of me. Quick, get the whiskey funnel.
It's a little smaller of a funnel. That's all it is. It's the child's beer bong. That's all it is. Child size.
Kids beer bong. That's fun.
Now, child size beer bong doesn't mean it's for children.
No, it's just. Let's just talk about technicalities here.
Oh, we sell a child size, but you always put size in there.
Child
not
size.
A child's beer bong.
No,
but it's really for your ass. That's our like selling point in court. Come on.
In
Try
court
it once. Yeah, we've already gotten to court before we started this business. You know it's a bad one.
You can't.
We're already talking about
child.
ways out as we're making a business. Something we should pull back. Yeah, our attorneys.
You're being sued just for even talking about this.
Enemas for children? No.
No, it's not what it's for. It's for you to butt chug.
Liquor.
Not for kids. It's not for kids.
You can't put
It's
beer up
child
your ass. I feel like people have tried
size.
that, and it's all like carbonation and fucking holy shit. Who knows? That's got to go into your stomach. You got to piss it out.
Butt chugging beer. It's so stupid.
Liquor, I get it.
Why would you? But that's, oh my god.
What about the vodka tampon?
You can't do much. You can't. It's just,
what situation would you be in that you would put a tampon of vodka up your ass?
Never. I would never. If someone.
What if it's for fame?
For fame?
Or like.
I don't want to be famous because of that.
No. That's not the reason you.
No,
you'd be
because
like a jackass,
because
dude.
the devil is behind it, and that's gonna be because it's some fucking Twilight Zone shit.
Yeah.
To where it's actually the devil.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, all you have to do is stick this tampon
and then he just
full of
laughs.
vodka up your butt, and you'll be famous. And I don't see that right in the shadow is a blinking red light of a streaming camera.
And he's like, you are famous now for this. Yeah, it's like, no. I didn't read the small print. Always read the small print on your contract. But it's like, you need like 8 magnifying glasses from hell. They're like specific magnifying glasses.
So you have to fucking Nicolas Cage.
Okay. National treasure your way out of the contract.
Yeah.
You get that. Well, see, maybe you could work with a marketing team to keep that off the internet after you become famous for it and erase everyone's minds. New movie. Let's call it Eraser. Never been done before.
Eraserhead.
Yeah.
We'll call it David Lynch's Eraserhead.
It sounds perfect. Something about it just rolls off your tongue.
It's perfect. It's perfect. Absolutely perfect.
Yeah, I'd like to see you try to take me down with some beanbag. I'd get mad as fuck, probably.
It's only making him mad. Switch to the live rounds.
Yeah.
Shoot him in the foot.
Damn. Use my own words against me. I should have never told you that, David. Oh, shit.
Live rounds aren't working. Switch to the rhino bullets.
Yep.
The elephant gun.
That's just like a shotgun with that huge spread out muzzle. It's like... I feel like the radius is something to like next to you. It's like almost next to you. Like you could be standing beside this dude and get hit somehow. They might get caught by the wind and go back.
Yeah.
Sometimes. If you're in a windstorm, don't use a muzzle loader, a shotgun, or an elephant gun because those are common.
Yeah.
I see these cool. Whose house were we at where they had those camel guns? You remember those?
No, I don't.
They weren't for killing camels. They were for wars that were fought on camels.
Yeah.
And
they're just really long.
Yeah, they're super, super long, so the blast doesn't get the camel's head.
Yeah.
And so it goes past their head. That's pretty cool in itself. But they were like, we keep killing camels. Like, we gotta have something. They just
shooting it in the head and you go down. Oh man, killing camels isn't cool.
Yeah, so let's
killing
make some
camels
guns.
is it cool?
So
it's a little rap PSA.
Yeah. Killing camels isn't cool.
You should just get
no drugs.
A camel gun.
Stay in school. No, I was going.
Don't do drugs. Stay in school. Get a camel gun. Don't shoot your camel.
I've never ridden on a camel. I think I will someday.
What is up with this beer, man? I've barely had any.
You like it?
Yeah, it's all right. I haven't had beer in a while. I haven't had alcohol in a minute.
There's something I don't
say often. Oh, Toby. Were you ready to get into the actual topic for the day?
Yeah,
or were you hoping to like naturally segue into it? Did I fuck that up? Did I ruin it?
It was just gonna come up. Well, but maybe it never would have,
Maybe not.
And
isn't that the nature of what we're gonna be talking about?
Possibly.
Probably not. I just want it.
I just want things to connect.
Yeah.
Because Davey wants to have a purpose.
I just want through lines.
Davey wants.
He said
I did it anyway.
He said it.
I tricked your trick out of you.
Roll credits. Talking about purpose, ladies and gentlemen.
So I don't know actually how you think about this because we've had many conversations.
How I think about it?
And I believe you talk about it in a way that isn't honest. Ooh, that's where I go. Liar. No, it's not.
Oh, you turned it down.
It was gonna. Oh, I can't do it this way.
Okay.
Next week. We'll find out what Davey thinks.
No, but what are you talking about? What do you mean I haven't been? I'm not honest.
All right, so
the fuck you mean, boy?
Tell me about what you think then.
What are you talking about? You got to be specific. If you're going to be asking me questions, you got to lead with questions.
For something?
Am I meant for something?
Yeah.
I have strong senses of purpose. Yes.
Strong senses of purpose. I like the way, legally distinct from, I believe in purpose. Okay.
I feel a sense of purpose. Yeah, I feel like I've, I realized at a very young age that I felt like I had a calling.
What does that mean?
Just like naturally gravitated towards something.
Yeah, that's something. A calling would mean that there was a source calling you, right?
Whoa, no. It's more of an expression. You're trying to take it literally, like some crazy person is like, I'm schizophrenic, and behind my ear they're like, you should be a musician.
Yeah. Who's giving you this purpose, baby? That's what I'm wondering. It's like,
well, I already know what you think. Toby thinks that there is no purpose, that life is bullshit, and that we're meant for nothing, and we're all just spinning on this little blue marble, and life is just a dream inside of a turtle floating in space.
Now that sounds...
It sounds like pretty cool. Yeah, it sounds like we have a purpose.
Just to be on a turtle's back, but...
We're a rock spinning through space real fast. And we're basically some kind of like weird living fungus.
No, remember we're staying still because space is fake.
Oh yeah, and the Earth is flat.
Yeah, don't forget new information.
Space is fake and the Earth is flat.
Yeah, because the Earth is flat. There was we did an angry.
Earth is fucking flat. Fuck that. Right. But no, I don't think. I think it was just something that like I've.
Let's see a paper. All right. I understand being, but when you said,
well, what do you view as a purpose?
You're gravitating towards something. That doesn't feel like. Well, no, even implying gravitation.
No, not even. You're pulled.
Source.
That you're pulled toward it.
What's pulling
What is
you?
the concept of what it is?
So you're just attracted to an idea and you get into it.
Well, I always loved music.
Yeah.
And I always loved movies. And growing up, I would like pretend to play music in my room when I was alone.
Pretend to play music? What was that? Air guitar?
Yeah, like air guitar along to like music and
air
like
drums.
Like singing and dancing and pretending to play guitar. And
we'll release these videos very soon.
I don't know if they exist. I would always just get yelled at to stop because I could not sing in key as a child.
Yeah.
It was real bad.
Well, you were a child.
Indeed. Absolutely, Toby.
I don't know. So you were attracted to something and you went towards it.
Well, I always knew I wanted to do it. I always knew I wanted to play music, and I always knew I wanted to act.
If there was an outside source pulling us towards these things,
it's the devil. It's the devil, because I'll tell you why.
Please.
Because being an actor and a musician are two of the most difficult things to accomplish and make a living at that you can try to do.
Now, but...
Because it's like grasping at fucking straws in an oversaturated market.
If it was the devil, would that be the torment? Just the... Because even though, no matter how you get in those industries, you will be destitute and desperate for more, further you get.
Well, that depends on the person, I think. I think it depends on what you're getting into it for.
There's very few that get in and get out and don't get drawn in, It just becomes addictive. Tension, everything.
Oh, well, I mean, at first you have, like, your upswing. And that just, like, generally... Dude, I'm sorry. You couldn't find the tin.
It's right there.
You could have reached
Off screen.
and grabbed it yourself.
I thought you knew because you've been using it.
Oh, Toby, why didn't you just grab it yourself?
Now, see, I feel the same way. I've been drawn towards these things, and
let's turn the fucking spotlight on you.
I felt like feelings of purpose, like feelings of this is what I'm supposed to do. But again, my attitude towards this is more of like like we were gonna do our assembly. We'll do a big assembly, get together, and do some public speaking.
All right.
Some promotional shit. Just boost people's egos and get them down on themselves in a good way. This is a little ass penny, I think. Yeah, tell me some extra. What?
I don't know what you're talking about.
The assemblies, what are they called? The guru guy does it.
Oh, they're assemblies.
I was like,
they're called retreats.
No, it's like
a seminar.
Seminar. That's what I was trying to think of. An assembly was like in high school and shit.
Yeah.
Mixing the shit with the shit.
Mixing shit with shit all day.
So yeah, as Davey picks up his guitar, I'm gonna tell him why he's not destined. You're like, listen to that shit. You can tell me I'm not destined. I don't know. I must say that I have no idea. If we are destined for these things, and they're what we think they are, then see, that's the problem with destiny for me, is that if they are what you think they are, then great, and everything leading up to it has just been like a hell build-up, just a horrible struggling time, like putting in dues to like finally realize and actualize your destiny, you know. And the other option there would be if there was a destiny and you're wrong about it.
Right.
See, that's the whole problem with believing in destiny. Then would be like, you spend your whole life now. Like, say mine wasn't music, and I've spent I can almost say my entire life because I've done more than anything. And what if I was supposed to be something else? And I've just been fighting the
You're
destiny.
built like a Maine crab man, if I can say so. You're supposed to be on a crabbing boat.
Yeah, see, you never know. What if I hit like 50 and then I become like the most successful crabber?
You're the crab whisperer.
Like,
they just jump in your boat.
Yeah. And I never knew, and I wasted like most of my life on music. That's the fucking scary part. What if you're wrong, and what if there is a destiny and you just made that shit up to make yourself feel good because it's what you wanted to do? That's the problem with believing in destiny.
Okay. I don't know if destiny and purpose are the same thing.
I mean, that's a good point. I would say that they're too similar to call different, just because they both imply that something bigger than you has decided your shit already.
The destiny
and purpose. But purpose would be that that's what you were supposed to do before you. You know, that would imply that you don't have a choice about it. That it's bigger than you. You know, because again, what if you got your purpose wrong? Like, then it's not what you thought was your purpose, so it was bigger than you, right? Because that's what you would have made it.
But I think that comes from within you. Like, if you listen to yourself, like, you can...
But you could be wrong.
Alright.
But if there is no destiny, that actually brings a lot of hope, right? Because then it means that you might have some... The opposite of destiny would be manifest destiny, right? It would be that you can create your own world by the decisions, by sticking to something and putting it in. And eventually it might be something. It might not be as big as your head can be, but... And see, and then, if that happens, there's the question you can finally ask, was it my destiny all along? And but again, there's no telling until you're dead. And so have a good time worrying your ass off. And just celebrate as much as you can, roll fat joints. Drink with your family. Let everybody know you love them. Lay the dick out. Just let, be a part of the world. That is hilarious. I like this. This is when Toby and David get real. We settle back and really start to think about our lives and sit by the fires. Feels like Christmas all day. I got a present for you. And it's the present. Go fuck yourself. Have a good time. That's what we do. So maybe our purpose was the podcast.
I think that part of this is our purpose. Yeah, I think we're supposed to be doing this.
See, there's no part of then. There's a purpose and there's not. I won't think there's like a wouldn't be a part of a purpose.
Well, does the purpose fulfill something in you? Does it have? Is your purpose a purpose?
What if your purpose is to like fucking first thing that came to mind was like fix 18 wheels or something, or like be a.
That's so soulful. I'm so soulful. No.
But hey, you don't think there's people that fix 18 wheelers that can fucking lick that aren't really good at guitar? Definitely are.
Well, yeah.
I mean, and I'd say a shit ton of them are better than you, and they still fix shit that was their destiny. They might have not found out for 40 years. What the fuck is it then? What if you love it? Wouldn't that be the worst? If you hit that age, realize it wasn't what you were supposed to do, and then love something else? God, what a day for suicide, you know? Don't you see the sun shine and you're like, these are what these guns are for. No, shit. Bringing it back around. No, fucking kidding. Let me see something. See that light? But then it comes back around and we all learn a little something about ourselves. Was it all for nothing, or did we all make this up? Maybe. You should find solace within the fact that you don't fucking know. You might never know. Don't be sad about that.
Don't you be sad.
Don't be sad. Don't be sad.
We're all just trying to deal with being thrust into reality.
Ooh, there's a 12th dimension. Oh, get the 12, get the 12. Don't forget. What are you in there?
D. Between D and G.
So what do you think your purpose is?
To play music and like do some acting.
And you get double purpose?
I'm good at both of them.
That's
so
what
why
I'm
not do
saying.
both of them? You saying it's like not fair, or
it doesn't follow
too
the
lofty?
system of it.
What's the system that I'm just supposed to do one thing?
One thing was your purpose.
I also feel called to make art. So
yeah, that seems crazy. So purpose.
I make art. I do acting. I play music.
What's your purpose? You only get one.
I don't think so. Those are your parameters. I get to make my own. It's my fucking life.
My game. You're playing my game.
I'm not playing your game. I don't live in your life. If you want to constrict yourself to only having one purpose,
whoa, I'm talking like right now. I asked you to pick your purpose. That's my game. You're like, I'm not. You got way big on me. See, you already are an actor in my game. Is that what you wanted to hear? Is that what you thought I was saying? What's your purpose, Dave? I just wonder about that shit too, you know, because I feel drawn to other things, you know, and a lot of things come easy to me if I try. Like, I love manufacturing.
Manufacturing what? Textiles?
No, like I don't know, like light, chemistry, and I love psychology,
herbology.
Like yeah.
Oh yeah, I mean, I wanted to be like I wanted to be a teacher when I was a kid. I wanted to be a psychiatrist when I was a kid. Oh my God, Toby almost fucking spit up on himself.
That was a cough burp. I do them often. I don't think we've ever caught one.
Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ. Shit, man. Maybe, I don't know why. The reason a lot of people can just believe something too. I feel inferior.
Yeah, see, where I don't get religion, I get
destiny. They're one and the same to me.
But I don't believe in destiny per se, because I know that my choices are my choices.
That's the exact opposite of destiny.
But that doesn't mean that I don't have a purpose.
God damn it, Dave. You do this again.
Destiny and purpose aren't the same thing.
I know they're not the same. Look it up. Get it over with.
I'm not going to look it up. You look it up.
Why?
Because my phone is doing something.
Whatever. Hold up. We're so sad. This is sassy. This is Sassy Lassie coming to you late night. Hold up. So... What the fuck are you doing to our show? Yeah, this is the first thing it says. I don't know. We'll keep reading, but the thing about purpose is that people or things do not usually end up fulfilling the intent of their existence. As a result, their purpose end up contradicting their destiny. Destiny is decided by you, but purpose is preordained. See, it's the opposite. What do you have to say about that, Davey?
What do you have to say about it? You're the one that threw out this game.
No, well, you're the one playing.
Toby didn't do his homework.
No. Oh, you're acting like this is me. Didn't you think Destiny was the preordained one?
I will admit, yes.
Okay, then. So, this is saying that Destiny is decided by you. It's like,
I choose my own
manifest
destiny. But okay.
Is what it's saying. Yeah, and purpose is for your just. Let me keep reading here. Yeah. I'm getting heated.
Talking about guns and purpose.
Purpose and pistol.
Purpose and pistol. Is it destiny?
Sing to him,
Or is it a Remington?
And the action destiny says events that will necessarily happen to a particular person, a thing in the future that will necessarily happen. I get it. The hidden power believes to control what will happen in the future. It's like fate. Destiny is fate. And see, now that it goes contradicting on itself already in its own definition. I'm like, whoa. Oh, better let's go. I don't get it. Now let's take it to purpose. Maybe we can find something more worth it. I don't know. Yeah. Now what we got for purpose? The reason for which something is done or created, or which something exists. And it's the reason, I'm not saying it again, it's the reason for which something is done or created, which something exists. I have one's intention, no objective, it's like God, I'm not suffering, but even purpose to. The purpose of the meeting is to appoint a trustee. Say, what do you appoint a trustee? We growing our branch over here. We're going to put our trusty. New day, new purpose. But wait, does that defy the reason of it? I don't know yet. New day, new purpose. Oh, the reason was something was done or created. Now, I think both of these things we don't know until we're dead, right? If it's a reason we were created and we don't do it, then that wasn't our purpose. And if it's the reason that we were created and we yes we do it, then that was our purpose. So everything we done was our purpose. And that's kind of a cop-out. That's kind of a cop-out. It's always a cop-out. She just don't know till you're dead. When you fulfill your purpose. Yeah, when you got that big thing that goes right. That big thing. And it goes all right. That was your purpose. And you just don't know until you see. Was it worth it? Was it worth it? Stick to your purpose. Your purpose. Still working at Walmart. Worth it. It wasn't worth it, was it? It wasn't worth it, was it? It wasn't worth it, was it? I don't know about destiny. I don't believe you exist. Was it your destiny? But I just don't know. Alright.
That was pretty impressive. That was cool.
I think we got it. I think we got the difference between destiny and purpose. Purpose, the reason you exist.
Yeah.
Destiny was someone preordained. So there's an outside force to destiny. I think we were originally right on our assumption.
I'm just tweaking sleep a little bit. All right. Oh man.
So it's my purpose. Smoke this joint. It was my purpose to, celebrate fuck.
Celebrate, comma, fuck?
Yeah.
Semicolon.
Celebrate fuck is a great thing, too.
Yeah. This is a celebratory
Champagne
fuck.
on titties.
Celebrate fuck.
You're
You're celebrating the idea of fuck?
No.
Oh.
You're celebrating something else with fucking.
Oh.
Celebrate fuck.
It's a celebratory fuck.
Yeah. But I just made it cool.
I pronounced it wrong. You made it cool. I put a backwards E in there just to make.
Yeah, you didn't hear it. Damn, you don't even hear my backwards E's anymore. Who are you? Ooh, and I just wanted to tell you something. Let me lose. How do you pronounce things? 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 ¿Qué pasó?
Oh man, this has been a fun one.
Yeah, sure. I mean, we're having fun at least.
Yeah. It's alright. At least most of this is an audio medium. You don't have to see us to appreciate a fun song.
How do you pronounce things by TD?
Yeah. Parenthesis, or no, oh.
Get to 12. Still enough. We got a few shared ideas. What is it? What is it? What was the one a minute ago? Something in guns.
Oh.
Be free and or happiness and guns or something. I don't fucking remember. Hey, play another song for us, baby. Let's get Dude, we should do this.
So I'll do
Oh.
It's a little too complex.
No, I like it. It's alright. I was feeling Tom Waitsy about it.
You wanna kind of go out on a little jam here? You wanna play with me?
I'll try.
Alright. What key do you wanna do it in? Budrow?
No, finish your thing.
That thing? The
Yeah,
waltz?
I did.
You wanna talk about the waltz? What? Okay, hold on a second.
I'm down low, bro. That's me. That's weird. Hey, just do Tom Waits thing. I don't know. Yeah. Some incomprehensive jams. So we into another section.
Yeah, whatever. Well, I don't think we got really anywhere on purpose.
That's good.
That's fine. Toby's done.
Yeah, it was good. It's a good time. Good time. Good to see you, bro.
Toby's ready for a nap. All right. Well, if you're you know, on the podcast app, 5 stars and a good comment or whatever.
Yeah, you know how to be a friend.
And if you're on YouTube, subscribe like a motherfucker. Please and thank you. Or Toby's gonna pull out his knife. There you go. Yeah. Make sure the light glints off of it.
Yeah.
Just nice. All right. Like, comment, subscribe.
I'll put this aside for now, but you know what's coming. We'll grace this across your balls.
Oh, hell yeah. There's a dude on here, Hail Zanzibar, that has said, hello. Have any of you smooth dudes ever shoved a Pringles canister into your urethra?
Oh, shit, dude.
So, that's a question for you, Toby.
Now, I may have stuck my dick inside a Pringles canister once or twice. But damn, into an urethra, you know, like bamboo sticks are used for torture.
Yeah, that's under
Fucking
fingernails,
man.
right? Or do those also go into your little pee hole?
Your hole, yeah.
Oh man.
And then a Pringles can even in your ass. I mean, come on, like
have you ever,
City.
Homeboy, have you ever stuck a Pringles can up
like
your dick?
Bohemian Prolapsity.
Yeah.
If you can't fuck with that shit, so
you can't do
step
that,
back
man.
from the Pringles. Once you pop, you can't stop.
First,
man. Step back.
First of all, it's physically impossible, man. And if you're thinking about doing this, I don't suggest it.
Yeah, so,
it doesn't seem like it'd be a lot of
Neeson?
fun.
Liam Neeson, Pringles dick, Pringle can dick.
Hello.
Dicks.
Have any of you smooth dudes ever shoved a Pringles can
into
your urethra?
Dude, he could
give me back my family.
Slap a wolf to death with that dick.
All right. Well.
Fuck yeah.
Thanks a lot, Hail Zanzibar, for that. You have a good one, buddy, and we'll see everyone else next week on A Drink and a Joint with Toby and Davey.
Bye.
Toby says bye. So.